Hello shooter, second installment of TI Goes to School. This is about shooting through vehicle glass. I've shot through vehicle glass a number of times before. I've never been in a firefight where I've had incoming rounds coming through the glass. It's always been in training environment, shooting either from the vehicle to targets outside the vehicle or shooting through vehicle glass with their targets inside the vehicle. But I learned something today that I hadn't learned before. When you're inside a vehicle and you're shooting outside, if the guy's on the hood, you're going to hit him. If he's farther away from the hood, then the odds go down to where if he's 20 yards away, you can't depend upon hitting him at all. You're going to miss, and you're not going to know where you're missing, because when the bullet goes through the glass, it deflects and goes who knows where. Literally, who knows where. So what you have to do with a carbine like this is you try and get some rounds tight in the glass, so you can put your flash suppressor through, punch it through, and then you've got unobstructed area to shoot and hopefully hit what you're aiming at. I got an idea. I've always done shooting through glass with a flash suppressor before, but I have on my AR, one of them, it's got this can thing, and all it is it's a redirector. There's that's just a muzzle brake, not a compensator, strictly a muzzle brake. But then there's this thing that screws on top of it, and what it does, the purpose of it, is just to direct the sound downrange, so these aren't so loud when you're shooting, with people right next to you or whatever. These things can be a beast. This helps direct the muzzle blast straight down range. So I thought, hey, you know what? I'm going to stick this straight up against the automobile glass, and then all the gases are going to be directed down range. So I'm going to blast a hole this size through the vehicle glass. That way I only got a waste run round, and there's only one round where I have to worry about I don't know where it's going to go. All the others will shoot through that hole, and I'll be able to hit what I'm aiming at that way without trying to do it the old school way. Well, when I attempted that, as you'll see in the video, it did exactly what I thought it would do. It blasted a giant hole through the glass, but it also got my arm pretty good. This is glass fragments that came back towards me. Now here's a couple things. This is what I learned. That when it's a two-way gunfight with glass is going to come through and you're going to get cut. That's just, you can't escape it. If they're shooting back at you, you're going to get cut. You may get hit with a bullet, but you will get hit with glass. Most of these, well, all these cuts are superficial, just capillary cuts. They bled, but they're not life-threatening. I always wear short sleeve shirts. I can count on one hand how many long sleeve shirts I own and have some fingers left over, because I'm just hot-blooded. I don't like long sleeve shirts. They're too hot for me. So guys that wear long sleeve shirts, they're not going to have to worry about this quite as much as I am. Took about a half hour at the range digging glass out of my arm. But that's an important lesson. Glass is going to cut you when it comes through. Eye protection is mandatory anytime you're shooting, especially when you get in a gunfight. That's something to keep in mind when you're driving. When I drive, I put safety glasses on. Sunglasses, but they're safety. They're shooting glasses too. That's what I always wear. When I have sunglasses on, they're ballistic rated. When I go to the range, obviously, I always wear eye protection. Next to the bed, I keep eye protection. Next to my go-to gun if something happens in the night and I get in a gunfight and there's glass or sheetrock. Incoming rounds have a bunch of debris coming. Glass is going to be one of those debris if you're around vehicles. So plan on getting cut if you get in a gunfight in a car, and that's what I learned today. Anyhow, if you like what I do, please share, like, subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, post them below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Note the amount of glass that flies out from the bullet going through the glass. just know that if you're in a car and someone's on the outside and shooting in, even though the bullet won't hit you, this jet spray of glass will. Quite a bit of it when you watch it during slow-mo. Okay, at least I was smart enough to put my face behind the 2x4 to kind of shield my face. My arm obviously wasn't quite so lucky, but look at the amount of glass this blasted out downrange, and it also blasted a bunch in what would have been inside a vehicle. Got my arm, got my buddy a little bit. He didn't get any embedded in his skin. I did. But good lesson is if you're around glass and it's a two-way range, you're going to get cut. But it is noteworthy that I didn't get cut anywhere where I had any type of clothing at all, so the fragments weren't big enough to go through my shirt or anything, but sure went into my skin. Thanks for watching.